This spring week in April of 1987 saw a big influx of visitors to beautiful Block Island. But because of Mother Nature's power, a lot of those visitors had a lot of trouble getting off the island or getting to the island for Easter. 25 years ago today, April 19th, 1987. Here's today's flashback.
There were some anxious people waiting at the dock in Point Judith. Many were waiting to see if friends and relatives made it back from Block Island. To their delight, a ferry did come cruising into the harbor. It was the smaller of two ferries owned by Interstate Navigation. The larger one, which also carries cars, was unable to go to the island.
The channel's filled in, and a sandbar is going across the entrance to the harbor. And with the draft of our boat going over there, we hit when it's rough out.
Erickson says that could cause damage to the boat and endanger passengers. This was not an unusual occurrence, but this year it was worse than others.
Over the winter time, there was many storms that caused the channel to fill in, so it needs to be dredged, I believe.
The dredging is up to the Army Corps of Engineers. The Block Island Ferry is also responsible for delivering mail to the island. This is yesterday's mail. It should get on a boat this afternoon and be delivered tomorrow. Still, the ferry did bring some passengers. Many had to leave their cars on the island.
Our choice was to stay longer. Since we have to get back to work and to school, we left the car, came back on the small boat.
Now, how will you get home to Virginia?
We're going to borrow a car, drive back to Virginia.
And then that fellow went on to say he was going to have to drive the borrowed car back to Rhode Island the following Friday, then get his own car and drive right back to Virginia. By the way, the Block Island Airport turned out not to be an alternative way for those tourists to leave the island because the airport was fogged in all that week. So, Mother Nature fouled up the visitors' plans two ways: too much silt in the harbor and too much fog at the airport. And that reporter, by the way, Tim Carr, is now based in the San Diego area. That's today's flashback.